Hey guys, today we're going to be making mochi ice cream. Yes, this is a recipe you didn't know you needed. Imagine your favorite ice cream wrapped in a squishy, chewy mochi. I'm going to start with some arts and crafts. I'm just cutting up this egg crate to act as a makeshift holder for my ice cream balls. Feel free to use a cupcake tin, but if you're like me and your freezer has no more room, this one's going to do the job. Wrap it up in some cling wrap and we'll get started on our ice cream balls. So I've chosen to make strawberry ice cream mochi balls today, but feel free to use whatever flavour you'd like. Using a cookie dough scooper, we're going to scoop out 12 individual ice cream balls. Once this is done, we're going to chuck them back into the freezer for at least 4 hours or overnight to be safe, to let it freeze to a degree where we can handle it with the mochi and wrap them up. Moving on to our mochi wrappers, we're going to combine 1 cup of glutinous rice flour, 1/4 cup of sugar and 1 cup of water. Stir and mix well till everything is combined. Now grab your cling wrap and loosely cover your ball. Pop it into the microwave and nuke it for 1.5 minutes. Once that's done, we're going to grab a wet spatula, get in there and give it a good stir. Now we're going to repeat the same process, but this time we're going to microwave it for 1 minute. Remove your cling wrap, give it a good stir. As you can see, the mochi is getting a little bit more cooked now and the colour is starting to turn a little bit more white. Now we're going to do this one more time. We're going to cover it with cling wrap again and pop it in the microwave and nuke it for 30 seconds. And finito, our mochi is now cooked. Give it a little bit of a mix and then scrape off all that mochi from the side of the bowl as well. Next, we're going to prepare our working space and dust some potato starch on some baking paper. We're going to transfer that cooked mochi onto it and dust some more potato starch on top. Using a rolling pin, we're now going to flatten and roll out the mochi. I'd say aim for 3 to 4 millimeters here. We want to achieve a nice mochi layer, thin enough to wrap around the mochi whilst keeping a nice ratio between the ice cream and the chewiness and stickiness of the mochi. Once the mochi is nice and thin, we're going to chuck it in the fridge to let it cool down for 30 minutes. Once your mochi sheet is nice and chilled, we're going to go ahead and cut them out into mochi wrappers. I don't have a cookie cutter lying around, so I'm going to be using this water glass that's roughly 9 centimeters in diameter. Using a pastry brush, we're now going to dust off any excess potato starch and transfer them to a plate. Cover it with cling wrap and repeat for the remaining mochi dough. If you didn't get your 12 mochi wrappers from the first sheet of mochi, go ahead and flatten out that remaining dough and cut out some more mochi wrappers. Okay, now to put the two together. Now this is going to be the tricky part as the ice cream will start to melt very, very quickly. To complete the mochi ice cream balls, we're going to grab 1 sheet of cling wrap, grab your mochi wrapper, place the ice cream in the middle, and then wrap, pinch and seal it up. Cover it with cling wrap and put it back in the freezer straight away. Now repeat this step until you've got them all done. As I mentioned before, the ice cream starts to melt very, very quickly. So for that reason, I'd suggest grabbing an ice cream ball from the freezer one at a time, wrapping them up and popping them straight back in. To serve, remove the mochi ice cream balls from your freezer. Let it sit for a few minutes in room temperature to soften. You'll know they're ready when the mochi is slightly squishy to touch. And there you have it, my 4-ingredient mochi ice cream balls. Pinky promise these won't last long, so get in there and gobble them up. Let's eat.